Let's do a 2.
2. Okay.
One sec. Let me get the tone dialed in.
Yeah, I'll give you the track while you.
Did it.
It's finally the unveiling.
Finally, we're here with the 4-in-1 series.
We tease people with the Noble Screamer.
I tease people all the time.
You leak stuff all the time too, so I'm so glad we were able to keep these.
Got the best friends.
Yeah.
I got the best friends. Thank you for keeping my secret. We are here today to talk about the new 4-in-1 series and how I had this idea to put a bunch of different pedals together so that we can arrive at brand new sounds. If I have it so that you can take apart each circuit into 2 different parts, then you can, put them back together again with 2 new sounds. So it was just a matter of picking out which sounds we wanted to put together so we could give people the biggest palette to play with. This represents not just a clever way to put together pedals in a way that haven't been put together, but it's an extension of modding. You can mod things, you can change the bass response, you can put different diodes in there, but it's hard to swap an entire tone control or an entire drive section and just do it a different way. But that's all that this series is about.
Yeah.
It's about taking mods to a whole another level where you're blending parts of pedals. We just heard the Blues Disorder.
I see what you did there.
Yes. The idea is to take part of the names of both of the original pedals. So in the case of the Blues Disorder, that one's based on a blues breaker type of circuit and an OCD type of circuit.
So as I was playing in the intro, you can hear the classic BB sound.
Oh, yeah. That one is a very low gain setting, and it has a lot of dynamics. So it doesn't clip the rails of an op amp, so it doesn't have a lot of compression.
Yeah.
And allows your guitar to kind of really see through.
Very dynamic, right? With your pick attack.
There's still compression there,
Yeah.
but it's not an overwhelming amount that creates a distortion.
But if we go to the OC,
Yeah.
back to BB. So right there,
Exactly.
already a huge range of tones. But then let's talk about these hybrid modes when it comes to the Blues Disorder.
The best way to get into that is looking at the tone control probably. With the OC side, there's actually a mid-range boost in that circuit. There's an active little gain stage in that tone control section. And so you're going to hear a lot from this OC tone control, if you're wanting to have your leads jump out and have a mid-range focus. The BB tone control is, again, a conventional tone control that you're going to find on a lot of vintage overdrive pedals.
Yeah, so just to reference that, let's start with the BB and then switch the tone so people can hear that mid push. Yeah,
there's a ton of gain in that OC circuit, and it's all focused in the mid-range to get your leads to cut through.
So if we go from the BB style circuit and then hit the hybrid mode with the OC drive, what's happening there?
Okay, so then you're getting a lot of clipping then from the hard clipping section and a lot of sustain. So then we can listen to what that sounds like through the BB tone control.
Yeah, so start with the BB again as a reference.
Yep. high gain
All right.
and lots of compression and sustain. An incredible amount of,
Okay, cool. Yeah, more dynamics with the BB.
oh yeah.
When we have the OC, things get more compressed and a little bit more sustain.
Hear all that
Very
gain?
cool.
Yep. And then you can then add on to that. So that's a hybrid mode with the OC drive section and the BB tone. And I like the way it rounds off the high. It keeps it real smooth. Then if we switch to, let's run a little comparison, and I'm going to switch to the OC tone control. You essentially have a stacked type of thing, right? There's gain here, and there's a little bit of gain in that tone circuit.
As we were developing this specific pedal out of the 4-in-1 series, we noticed how the blues breaker is kind of a tame, people use it for more like a clean boost, where the OCD people use more as, higher gain. And so it's so cool to have that in one pedal. And then the hybrid modes give you these flavors that neither one of them really can do by themselves.
Brand new sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, brand new sounds that'll fit into the mix or just match with your guitar's pickups, the output of your pickups, or even the front end of your amp could be different and make pedals sound one way or the other. So this allows you a lot of flexibility.
So that is one out of the whole series.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next guy.
All right.
You make pedals fun to play.
Well, we have to box one of you up with each pedal so that, got your knob turner, switch puller.
Super Rodent.
Super Rodent it is. My gosh, that is so fun. That's more fun than I imagined it was going to be.
Listen, I feel like a kid again.
Yeah. Every Guitar Center needs one of these. Because you have to have one of these. You have to have that rat sound.
Listen, who doesn't want to do... Actually, I'm going to have to drop...
Yeah, do it. Here we go. That is a fun hybrid sound right there because the rat is the hard clipper. Mm-hmm. The SD1 is the soft clipper. You can think of the SD1 as being kind of a beefed up, chunky tube screamer.
Yeah.
With asymmetrical clipping, but it's soft clipping. The rat is the hard clipper in this series, in this pedal. And then what's really interesting about the tone controls in this Super Rodent is that in SD mode, that's an active but low pass filter, and it rolls off the highs. The rat one is a very old school passive tone control. So there's some loss of frequencies in there. So you don't have as much energy. There's a little bit less bass energy and treble energy. So when you go to the SD one with the active tone control, it kind of...
it's like a bass boost.
It's like a bass boost. So it's really fun.
Let's start with the RT and then switch in the SD for that bass boost because who doesn't want a rat style pedal with more bass?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
Yep. More
The,
bass.
the rat has got almost like a fuzz amount. And so if you're into a rat pedal or the RT sound for fuzz, then you just need more bass.
So now
But what if you wanted to see what a soft clipper sounded like in SD mode with the active tone control, but then we can slide it down to the passive tone control in RT mode. So let's see what that sounds like.
The RT, it seems like it takes some of the top end off.
Exactly, and it puts up a little bit in the mid-range too.
RT mode.
Yep.
Now the SD.
Okay.
Now let's stay in the SD mode, but now let's introduce the passive tone control. So
Exactly.
here's the SD mode.
Very interesting. Very cool.
So now if we do the RT mode,
Yep.
but with an active, this is that bass boost. So here's
Here's
the
the
RT.
RT with its stock filter control. That's
Really
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice and full. The world needs this pedal because there's enough rat fans out there saying, I need more bass. I need more bass. And that's what happens when you put the SD1 active tone control with it. SD1 users that have high gain amplifiers and they want that bass cut that the SD provides, now you can put it through the rat tone control and have a whole new frequency response to push your high gain amplifiers. So whether you like stacking SD pedals and rat pedals together and you just want to come up with more stacked gain combinations, then you can use the Super Rodent to create hybrid modes to then drive your SD1 or rat pedal. So
Very cool. Let's show them the last pedal in the series.
all right.
The angry orange. That makes you happy when you play it.
It does.
There's nothing angry about it other than it sounds brutal.
It does sound brutal. This one is so awesome because it allows us to take one of the most crazy, angry fuzzes
Yep.
out there in existence and one of the most legendary, popular distortions of all times and put those together. It's really cool. It follows the same format as our other stuff where I've put a soft clipper. The muff is a soft clipper. MF is a soft clipper. And it has that great spongy feel to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the surprising thing is that both of those pedals have a similar type of tone control. They're just voiced differently. The muff lets more stuff come through.
Yeah.
Bass, mid, treble. And the DS1 has got more of a scoop in it.
Yeah.
So it sounds edgier.
With the pedal off, here's the amp.
Yep.
Why we all love MF. Switch to the DS.
Yep.
My favorite thing is in the MF mode,
Yep.
we give you this hybrid where it's really these two different mid scoops.
Two different tone controls.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so
Two different
let's stay
voices.
with the MF drive. So
Yep.
classic big muff kind of sound.
I actually like that. It's a big scoop.
So, I mean, right there, just
great.
with those lower power chords, you can really hear that mid-scoop difference.
That is fun, especially if you're going to put that in a mix and you want to hear how it sounds with your band. You might go, hey, that works great.
Just gives it a whole nother mid-scoop. So it's kind of like having two muff-style
It
pedals
is.
in one. And so as far as the DS goes, what's your
Yep.
favorite thing about this hybrid mode when we have a DS drive, which is the hard clipping?
Yep.
And then we go into
Yeah,
that's hybrid.
the MF tone control has got a broader range to it, so it just allows more frequencies to go through it. So if you want something real classic, real scoop,
So even with something as nuanced as these two tone controls, like you said, it's very similar,
yep,
but scoop differently.
scoop differently. So there's the 4-in-1 series. It allows you to take 8 super common, very popular guitar sounds, mix them in together in ways that haven't been done before. It allows you to take both hard clipping and soft clipping distortions, overdrives, fuzzes, mix those sounds together, create brand new sounds, and give you a lot of flexibility in stacking them as well.
With all that being said, thank you guys for checking this out, and go to rkfx.com. These pedals are coming out.